Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a 2024 Nissan Titan SV. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Nissan here in Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this Titan. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions, just ask for Paul. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a 5.6-liter V8 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 15 around town and then 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 400 horsepower and then 413 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see it's kind of raised there on either side and then also in the center as well. And then popping down below, this has the halogen bulbs. You can also get LED lights with the SV, but that's an extra option. And then you guys can see parking sensors here at the bottom. We also have some tow hook action and then the new Nissan logo. And putting it all together, I do like the contrast between the, kind of blacked out elements and then the chrome. It looks good. Now, coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 265, 70, 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels, you've got the silver on the top, and notice how it's like blacked out, so it makes the wheel look more open than it is. That's pretty cool. No fender flares with this package, but we do have some splash guard action. Got the Titan logo, and then you have these side steps right here. And then notice trim pieces like the mirror caps and the door handles match. And then here is the full side view with the Titan. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start, as well as the Nissan logo there at the top. And popping to the bed, you guys can see the tailgate itself is dampened. And we do have protection right here and then also for the bed as well. It's not liner, it's like an insert that's been put into the bed for those of you that are wondering. But yeah, aside from that, with the tailgate itself, it's got a little bit of weight. Got the Nissan logo here, and then you guys can see the rest of the badges. And then look at the tail lights here. Parking sensors in the rear, and then we do also have the little bumper step there at the bottom. And then there's kind of like the back view of the Titan. I can't show the whole thing because, yeah, I parked there. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see soft touch here, and then you also have some padding where you can rest your arm, and then there's tons of storage down below. And then taking a look at the seats, you guys can see here with the cloth trim in the center, pretty cool look, and then look at all the stitching as well. Legroom back here is pretty solid. Got a little storage pocket, got some cup holder action, vents down below with some USBs and outlets, all of that. And then headroom back here, solid. Now I've got soft touch up here, and then also down below you're going to rest your arm. All of our window controls front two are automatic. You got your door lock and unlock function, you got your mirror adjustments, and then we do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And before I forget, payload capacity is 1,610 pounds. And then here are the front seats, again cloth. You can see the cool kind of pattern there in the center. Power adjustments here on the side, and you have this for the cargo lamp, and then for the outlet you get your light controls as well. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see really nice trim all around. It has kind of like a durable look and feel to it. We got stuff like our adaptive cruise control, we've got our volume controls, voice command controls in the steering wheel as well. Turn signal slash windshield wiper stock, and we got our column shifter here with the tow haul mode, and then you also have your plus and minus so you can shift the gears yourself. Now with the gauge cluster, mostly analog, we do have that screen there in the center though that we can use to scroll through some different menus, see different bits of info on systems within the truck itself. And then in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Resolution on it's pretty decent. And then as for the infotainment system itself, it actually has a pretty solid response time. It does take a second for some of the pages to load up. But I mean, overall, it's easy enough to use, and I like the fact that we got a bunch of physical buttons down below. Now the dash at the top is actually soft touch, which I think is a nice little touch. And then down below, you guys can see dual zone climate controls, and then notice here for the safety tech, parking sensors, stability control, your drive line select, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, so no 4-wheel auto or anything like that. And you got some storage here with some USB action. Heated seats up front, and then you got the storage there for your phone. Some cup holder action behind, and then I like the trim here on the center console, it's nice. Be a good storage space inside of the console itself. And then with the glove box, apparently I can't grab. Also pretty good. And at the very top we have a button here for the power sliding rear window. And there you go. Now taking a look at the window sticker here, you guys can see 2024 SV, base MSRP, got a few options. Total MSRP $55,895. And let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors, Joe blind spot ring, and through the rest of the rear. And Titan SV away. I just reviewed a Pro 4X earlier this morning, so I guess we're doing the SV and Pro 4X, which, you know, are pretty, you know, the popular packages, right? Pro 4X, obviously the off-road package is great, and then the SV being, you know, kind of the more affordable Titan is also good. But I will say that compared to other truck makers, there's not as big of a difference between, you know, this more quote-unquote entry-level package and the more loaded-up packages, and so it kind of makes the more loaded-up packages look a lot more appealing compared to the entry-level packages, if that makes sense. I mean, like, for example, with Ford, or no, let's use Ford as an example. You can get, you know, an XLT for, you know, $65,000. It's crazy the prices, by the way, on Fords. But anyways, yeah, $65,000. But then if you want like a loaded up Lariat, you're like $80,000 now. So there's a $20,000 price difference between the packages on the trucks. Whereas this is 55 grand, and you can get a nice loaded up Pro 4X, which is obviously off-road package, but similar, you know, packaging to a Lariat F-150 for like 65 grand. So like 10 grand more. So it is still more, but yeah, it's just the prices are obviously lower, but then the price difference is also less, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. I just think the value here at Nissan's, it's interesting. It's kind of like you get pushed to get the more expensive ones because of how close things are. But anyways, seat comfort with this is pretty good. Ride quality is also nice over the bumps and everything. Yeah, I think they've done a good job with the overall tuning of all the damping and everything with this. I love the steering with the Titan. It's got a heavier feel because it's a hydraulic rack. Yeah, good power. I mean, it moves. Definitely moves. We'll get another acceleration up here in a moment, but yeah, gotta love this 5.6 V8. It's got good power. It's super reliable. I mean, what, like, seriously, what more could you ask for out of an engine? Okay, I'm gonna get into a little bit more here. Yeah, this is a good engine. It's strong. So, to sum things up here with the Titan SV, I do think this is a good middle-of-the-line package. Again, this competes with F-150 XLT, Ram Bighorn, Silverado LT, but the big attraction with this is it's so much more affordable. $55,000 is a lot of money, but again, you know, an XLT is now going to set you back like 65 grand. Same thing with Bighorn. LT 60 grand. So they're basically, all the competition is $5,000 to $10,000 more expensive than this, and this is a truck that I would say is far more reliable. Again, the engine and how they've set this up and everything. So let me know your thoughts on this. But I think I said this in my Pro 4X review, and I'm gonna say in this review as well. I think if you're going to keep a truck for the long term, the Titan is going to be the route to go, because, you know, although it might not be as exciting as an F-150 or something like that, it's definitely going to last quite a bit longer.